Hi, this customer is asking, right? So, she's importing 100 of a machine, right? And all have paid, and he received half of it, right? This is 50 machine, right? So another 50 is not yet. So, in this case, right? So she open how to issue the self bill. So LJ has come up with this here, right? So this guideline. So this is exactly the case, right? So let's say here that this example, right? So company ABC purchased 4,000 units of machinery from this China company. Now watch that here, right? See here that the date of the China suppliers invoice, right, is on the 1st of January 2025. And the date of clearance, right, is the 10th of January. So that means after it's about 9 days, right, it reach Malaysia, right? So in this case, you're going to issue a self-bill invoice, right? And now, catch this, right? This is the important things, right? So it's asking, right, where the import goods are under one foreign, but important to require multiple shipment because it's multiple shipments, right? So with a different clearance date. So the question is, when will the Malaysia buyer be required to issue self-bill e-invoice? Okay, so the full foreign supplier invoice, right, is already issued after by the time the first import shipment. So the Malaysia buyer is required to issue self-bill e-invoice based on the foreign invoices, right? The Malaysia here is important things, right? The Malaysia buyer is required to input the custom form reference number, the custom form number one, K1 form, right, in the self-bill invoice. So those self-bill invoice is required to be issued for the subsequent payments because it's all included as foreign suppliers invoice, right? So because it's the full, right? So that is it, right? So it issued the full one. So now okay, let's see right here. How can we issue an e-invoice in the SQL, right? So let's begin, right? So first you go to log into this SQL, right? Go to the purchase and then click on the purchase invoices, okay? And then click on the new buttons. And then here it will automatically give you an invoice and then say that which invoice, which supplier is it, right? So you can enter this here, right? So let's say it's a maybe is this here, right? So this company. Now okay. So let's say this is a China company, right? Now you want to issue what do you want to buy, right? So you can say that the items you want to buy could be this item, and here you are, right? You can take this, you can put it here or this here, right? So now just that, yep, that's about it, right? Now the next thing is that, right, you go to the more buttons, right? And then over here, then there is this item here, right? And you choose self bill, right? So yeah, you choose self bill, okay? And make sure you save the function, and then you just click on the my invoice and then change it to submit the e-invoice, and this will submit the self-bill invoice to the my invoice. It's just that easy, right? Okay, so you can just come over here and see if you have other capture here, right? So you can see that the description here, right? So there is a description here, right? You can go here and just enter that the K1 form, right? Although this is discount, right? So okay, there is a description column right here. There is this here, um, more description, right here. So right here, you can say that the K1 form is this here, right? So just put it here that K1 form. Okay. Oh yeah, I got to edit it first, right? You gotta edit it and then click on this and then just put the K1. The K1 form reference will be this and this, right? So yeah, K1 form, right? 1 2 3 4, and then just close it, right? Save the work and save it. Okay. and you can print it out, and you can see that whether this purchase form, right, looks like what you've seen. Let's see here, right? All right, so there is a description right here. Okay, that's it, right? So this is how you can issue a self-built invoice in the purchase invoice. The key is that when do you want to issue that, right? So it has a three situation, right? Where is that it depends on the China suppliers invoice, right? So when is it the issue, right? And how much they issue, right? So if their first issue, right, is by the time the first import, right? So they buy the first time they issue already, so you can just key the K1 form in the first, right, and the subsequent you don't need to issue self-bill anymore. Now if you issue after the first Royal Malaysia Custom Department, right, so now then you want to after in this case, right, you can see that here, so you need to issue the self-bill, right, in every situation, right? So you can see that your supply invoice is there, but then oh yeah, you can see that here, right? So there's a clearance, but this China supply invoice not yet come, so you cannot issue a purchase, you cannot issue a self-bill invoice, right? So that's why that you want to go back and issue for every one of these here, right? So if you receive this already, but you not yet get the supplier invoice, right? So in that case, you issue it. I got you, right? So see, right? Even the suppliers, right, not yet send you the supplier invoice, right? If you have the K1 form already, you get the clearance already, right? You should issue the self bill, right? So in that case, is that the moment it landed into Malaysia, right, you issue the self bill invoice, right? Irregardless whether you have suppliers invoice, right? So then there is another one is that the foreign suppliers, right? So you can see that it's halfway, it's in the middle. Now the third one is that the supply invoice only arrives after the final import shipment, right? So well, the same case, right? You can see here that you issue a self bill, right? The moment it landed into clearance, right? And that is the meaning, right? So when your supplier the final come, right, doesn't matter, right? Just you already done, right, anyway, right? So that's it. This is how you can issue the self-bill invoice, right? Every time, right? So for example here, right, if you receive the K1 form already, right? So then on the 10th of January, you can issue a self-bill invoice, right? So so you just simply go here and then say that well, that's the date, right? And then just go here, choose the supplier's name and the items, you put it according to the items and the number of units, right? So it's 100 units, just put it 100 units, and after that, right, make sure that it's a self bill and save, and then click on this, go to submit invoice. It's just that simple, right? And thanks for watching, right? If you're interested to get the SQL software, right, so you can contact me, right? My name is Ken Lau.